check if the audio's working. Maybe I'll bleach my club. Oh well. Bleach is delicious. Mikey, mirror match.
Oh, we're fighting a mirror match tonight.
Yep, all good.
Alright, it's all good in the hood.
All good in the hood, yo. Nope, not a vent ping.
Yes, a vent ping. Oh hey, we're starting with chicken tendolenda tonight.
Hang on, before we start, let me trade the stream thing. This is really good beatboxing, Mikey. Just
Thank you, I tried. Look who's in the mirror, punching emoji.
That's not a punching emoji!
Yes, it
Pointing.
is. No, it's a punch. No, it's a punch. You're punching the viewer in the face.
Oh, yeah. It's not pointing, obviously. Why would I ever do that? Doesn't make sense at all.
Okay, I'm only gonna say this once, so listen up.
No.
Yes. No matter how poor you get, never borrow money from a place like this. You hear? Okay. If you got money trouble, just go on a diet of instant noodles and hang in there.
We're not thinking about borrowing money, detective. We want information.
Oh, is that all? Well, let's see. Tendolenda is considered to be even fishier than the average illegal loan shark.
Oh,
it seems it ran into trouble. Just recently. Those guys have been pretty heavy-handed, calling in all their debts. All their debts. Really? Don't go poking your nose around in their business, pal. You'll really regret it if you upset that lady.
Alright, I get the picture. Hey, wait a minute! What did he just say? That lady?
The doom bait.
Gumshoe, do you have a girlfriend?
Who's this lady he's talking about, Nick?
We better find out what the story is with this quote-unquote lady.
If that is her real name. That's the girl who works over at Tendolenda. You want to stay away from her, okay? I mean it. She does look kind of unforgiving, doesn't she?
We've met her!
That should be the least of your worries, pal.
What's that supposed to mean? What could be worse?
Her name's Viola Cadaverini. Got it, Starburst? Cadaverini.
Cadaverini.
Viola Cadaverini.
We'll get it tonight, hopefully.
Viola Cadaverini. Say it with me now. Cadaverini.
Viola Cadaverini. This is giving me literally flashbacks for when I did speech therapy. It does kind of help still, which is...
Yeah, repetition does help. That's why I'm repeating it. Her name is Viola Cadaverini. Cadaverini.
Cadaverini. See, I see it when I... Cadaverini. Okay.
Cadaverini.
Cadaverini. It's like a magic word.
She's the only granddaughter of Bruto Cadaverini. Cadaverini. Gumshoe's just writing all this out on a blackboard, and every time he writes the word cadaverini, he underlines it. Then he taps through it with the chalk one syllable at a time. Cadaverini. See? Bruto cadaverini.
Cadaverini.
Bruto cadaverini? Do you know who that is, Nick? And do you know how to pronounce his last name?
Bruto Cadaverini. Never heard of him.
Never heard of who?
Bruto Cadaverini.
Right, Bruto Cadaverini's the boss of the boss of the Cadaverini family.
The Cadaverinis. That's one scary sounding name. Oh!
Sure it
It
is,
is.
Phoenix.
I think it's terrifying.
It totally doesn't sound like a knockoff of the Munsters. we can't touch them. They're way too powerful for the police. But you're thinking of taking them on, aren't you?
No! I don't remember everything I was going to. I'd better get some more information out of Gumshoe about this Cadaverini family. Let's say one's not there so that I remember how to say it.
That's good. You're learning, pal. So Gumshoe, tell us more about the...
Cadaverinis.
Right! The Cadaverinis. Gold star, Starburst.
I feel so stupid getting a gold star for saying a word, but I am proud of myself for remembering. I'm not sure if I really want to get involved in this, but who are the Cadaverinis?
What, eh? A scary bunch of people, that's who.
You're a cop and you're scared? What's that about?
Trust me, it don't matter if you're a kid or a cop. These guys are scary. They've got some serious clout in the criminal underworld. We can't touch them. They've got too much moolah.
Moolah? As in? What do you mean as in? What do you mean as in, Phoenix? What do you mean?
Well, obviously moolah is currency representing the number of cows you own. They control pretty much all the cash on the city's black market.
The black market, huh? And that includes tender lender, I take.
Sure, no one stands up to Bruto Cadaverini. And I mean no one.
Interesting.
So Viola's the granddaughter of some mafia boss then? Totally not a Yakuza. Yeah.
Yakuza like a dragon?
Yeah, and everyone knows how much Bruto loves his little Goyle. She means everything to him.
So... how does she end up at tender lender?
Oh, she's banging the owner. I don't know, pal. I heard she and the boss of Tenderland are fucking. Fucking? That's what it said in the file I read related to Maggie's case.
I want that to be like legit what the file says. Sounds like a pretty important clue that they're fucked.
It says here right there in black and white. They're fucking. Yeah, I can't believe it. I almost forgot the most important thing.
And that is?
You know, the lunchbox. How did everything go?
The lunchbox?
You remember the weenies?
I hate weenies! Oh yeah, those weenies. Not my weenies.
So? How did my weenies taste when they went down the hatch, pal? Huh? Well, it was delicious. Yeah? That's what she said? Really? That's what she said, pal. Well, not exactly. Don't worry about it, pal. I figured something would happen, so I came prepared.
Prepared? What do you mean?
I made a jumbo lunchbox. Oh. Considering how poor Gumshoe is we're constantly reminded Gumshoe is. It actually shows how much he cares about Maggie that he made her 2 lunchboxes for one day.
Oh, it does.
Do me a favor again, huh, pal, and deliver this.
This sure is a heavy burden in more than one way.
So Gumshoe's weenie is heavy, huh, Phoenix? I can just imagine Maggie's little eyes sparkling with joy when you bring her that. Weenie again, Nick? Tell me we don't have to eat all these, too. Gumshoe's lunchbox given to Maya. Again.
Gumshoe's lunchbox, a tenderly handmade lunchbox, fills the stomach with love and plenty of weenies.
I really can't eat anymore. Apparently, the entire reason this whole lunchbox gag is in the game is because one of the people working on the game brought in their lunch, and it looked exactly like this. And the head writer, like the series creator and head writer, like Shu Takumi, he saw that employee's lunchbox, and he was like, "What the fuck?" He just had to put it in the game.
I actually love that.
I wonder if Gumshoe has anything to say about the repair.
What do you think of this? To take the Gumshoe. I think nothing, pal. I know nothing.
Hey Gumshoe, what do you think of this totally real attorney's badge? I don't think, pal, it hurts. Hey Gumshoe, what do you think of Nick Baumer? I think their music is terrible. I think their music is terrible, pal. Hey Gumshoe, do you want to book a matches? Nah, pal, I'm not allowed to handle matches. Court order.
Mel, do not piss there. Get off the bed. Go.
Mel's being bad.
You did not piss there, did you? I see you can still smell your piss there despite me cleaning a bunch. But you're not going to piss there, Mel. Yeah, I know, because it's not super bad there, but I know you can still smell it. You will not piss there. I will keep screaming at you. Anyway.
Okay, I think now we can break Lisa.
No, do I remember what this was last day? No. I'm sure I remember as we're doing it.
Yeah, we'll just properly go through it this first time. Glenn's troubles.
So, how about you tell me what kind of trouble Mr. Elg was in?
I'm sorry, sir, but we do not deal with troubleshooting here. Perhaps you would like to speak to someone in customer service.
What's he talking about? I guess I better just take a shot and see where it gets me. Oh. Damn, Phoenix. Really? Those type of shots. Miss Basil, let me ask you something. Did Mr. Elg's troubles have something to do with this? Oh yeah, it was the horse thing, right?
Losing horse racing tickets.
Yeah.
What is that?
A bunch of horse racing tickets. All losing ones.
With that many tickets, you could get $1 at the recycling center. You good people are very, very bad. Cashing in on others' misfortune is immoral.
Is that a whiff of hypocrisy I sense?
But what is the relevance of these tickets?
Your mom. The victim, Mr. Glenn Elg. He had the gambling habit, didn't he?
I do not think that is a logical conclusion based on the facts. Everyone likes to go to the races from time to time.
Yeah, but not everyone buys this many tickets.
Anyway, I do not believe this proves anything on its own.
You're right, but I'm not there yet. Mr. Elg's gambling wasn't restricted to horse races, was it? The lottery ticket. The lottery, horse racing, he he bought a lot of tickets and lost a lot of times.
Oh.
That's got to have hurt his wallet pretty bad, don't you think?
Now is an especially bad time to be leaking lubricant.
Oh my. Maybe bad enough to be the cause of some pretty serious trouble, perhaps.
No. You are right. Glenn did have a gamble habit. You good people must not follow his example. Do you understand?
Trust me, if I want to, I don't exactly have the money to buy any. I'm poor as fuck.
But if you win, there is no problem, is there? And Glenn had a winning ticket, did not he? For $500,000?
Yeah, but
It is hard to imagine how he could have been in trouble then, is not it?
it's true that Mr. Elg won $500,000 in the end.
Oh my, is that what you meatbags call a euphemism?
But that was his first stroke of good luck. He was in deep trouble before that.
Deep trouble? What do you mean?
Mr. Elg's real problem was with someone or something more terrifying and ferocious. Oh, and now we present Furio Tigre, the boss of the loan office called Tender Lender.
Chicken tender lender? People with businesses should think harder before naming their offices.
Like you're one to talk. Well, what do you think?
Our firm is doing very well at the moment, and I do not crave chicken tenders. I don't think we need to borrow money either.
No, no, no! I mean about Mr. Elg.
You think Glenn had something to do with this Fury Tigre?
Yes.
I am sorry. I do not know of any connection between the two of them.
Really? Because I've got proof that Mr. Elg and the tiger knew each other. And that's the... yeah.
Take that!
Furio Tigre, aka the Tiger, is the boss of a loan office called Tender Lender. We already went over this, but I thought I would remind you. This is who Mr. Elg met with on the day of his murder. And the only thing a loan shark would talk about with him... Hang on. Try that again. And the only thing a loan shark would talk with him about would be his death.
Please stay in there, lubricant. No! It is true that Glenn had racked up quite a bit of debt from his gambling habit. About $100,000, I think.
Yeah. Sorry. $100,000? Oh!
Yeah, you'd better be sorry. But I heard he won the lottery, so he should have been in the clear.
Shame Maggie couldn't get a bit of that good luck. Okay. So the guy got lucky and won the lottery. But what if he hadn't won? What was his plan then?
Well, this is not easy to say, but he said he would use his talents to repay the money.
His talents.
I suspect he was talking about programming.
What computer program is worth $100,000?
Perhaps you good people should leave so I can get back to work and restock my lubricant.
So close to cracking her. The program in question, was it by any chance this? Bomber boy.
Take that!
Because we know it's a virus program now. Well, this is it, isn't it? This is the virus that's infecting computers worldwide as we speak.
It's even in my laptop.
MC Bomber!
Oh. Instead of Psyche locks, she should have had Psyche firewalls.
It's kind of cute though. Glenn
Glen's head had more processing power than any computer, but it had been infected with a gambling virus. Glenn was in too deep.
You mean he was in debt?
Yes, $100,000 in debt, not an easy amount to repay. So, he said that he was taking on some extra work, something a bit risky.
Risky? How?
Maybe he was going to become a waitress at Trade the End.
That's pretty risky. Where do you come up with these ideas?
Risky boots.
So it's safe to say Mr. Elg was the creator of this virus, huh?
The McBomber virus? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I am loving it. Yes. It was a work of genius. In a bad sort of way, of course, but still genius. Something like that would probably fetch several $1 million on the black market.
Inconceivable. Gumshoe was right for a change.
You keep using that word. I do not think it means what you think it means. This date, December 3rd, that is marked on his calendar. That was his deadline for repaying his debts. McBomber updated in the court record.
A computer virus made by Glenn Elg. Potentially worth millions of dollars. I guess we won't be needing these horse racing tickets anymore.
And then Phoenix just feeds them all to Maya. Glenn Elg's losing horse racing tickets fed to Maya. Use a trash can, Nick! Actually, does she have something to say about the bomber now that we know more about it? Would you mind taking a look at this? I'm sorry, that data is Sparta 300 reference. Because this was like the mid-2000s. Let's slide to the left. Slide
to the right. Crisscross! Crisscross!
Vitamins!
Do we go back to Tenderlander? Do we present, like... Oh yes, she has a lot, right?
Hey Viola, what do you think about yourself?
I'm about this.
More coffee? You must have more.
No, thanks. I've had enough. Really. I'm so thirsty.
Doom.
I'm saying that to him later.
I don't leave the office. I can't tell you about anything except Don Tigre.
Right, the head bandage.
Yeah, okay. Now, do we have enough? Oh no. We have more though.
We got more than we had. The head bandage.
You said that bandage around your head was from an operation? You also said you suffered a fatal injury to the head, correct?
And yet you stand here before me, alive and well. Suspicious.
Yes. The operation was very difficult, apparently.
Now, by fatal injury, you mean you were hurt very badly somehow, right?
He.
Does the injury in question have something to do with this? Correct. So is that what I represent? But like, is there like documents for a car accident or something? Yeah, that one. Cadaverini. I hear a car repair bill. From this, it seems pretty obvious that this car was involved in an accident.
Let me see that. This bill is made out to the cadaverine.
Cadaverines?
The Cadaverini family.
No, Cadaverini. There you go. The S at the end, I don't know why it messes me up.
The Cadaverinis.
Verinis. I don't know why the S. I don't know, the S just messed me up. Anyway.
This bill is made out to the cadaverinis?
Yes, it is.
I don't think I ever introduced myself. Tell me, what do the cadaverinis have to do with me?
Something tells me she's not about to say hi and introduce herself. Alright then. Your relationship with the Cadaverinis is very strong, and this is why. Because, your dad. And your last name is Cadaverini.
I think we present
Do we
her
present
her
that?
own- Yeah, I think we present her own profile this time.
I never present the other one. I know exactly who you are, Viola Cadaverini. You sustained that injury in a traffic accident, didn't you?
Happened about 4 months ago. I was driving in one of our family's cars. Someone pulled out in front of me.
It was Phoenix.
It was a motorbike, or something like that. I don't remember it much. Anyway, I swerved to try to avoid it, but I took a blow to the head. A bad one.
Yeah, I can imagine. What happened to the person on the bike? I'm guessing they didn't get away with entering the Viola Cadaverini, right?
I don't know what happened to them. They ran away, or so I heard.
Ran away.
If they'd stayed, I'd have.
Is it possible? Could the person who committed the hit and run have been my arch
Phoenix Wright?
nemesis? Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney at Law? It was this man, wasn't it? He was the cause of your accident.
His name is Phoenix Wright. He's an ace attorney.
It wasn't Don Tigre. I refuse to believe it.
But the lock broke anyway.
We collided. The motorbike and my car. But Don Tigre isn't injured at all, is he?
And he got that like scar on his face. It was the tiger who caused Viola to crash. I can feel it.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he got that scar in like a bar fight or something.
Maybe.
That does not look like a car crash scar.
It doesn't look like it, but who knows? Plus, one of her locks just broke. So she must suspect it was him too. I'm sorry, Miss Cadaverini. but I have proof that the tiger was involved in a traffic accident on his bike. You do?
Because it's all beat up to shit.
Oh, okay. It's not exactly a motorbike, but Mr. Tigray rides around on a scooter, doesn't he? And you'll notice that the front wheel guard is badly damaged. Miss Cadaverini. You know the truth, don't you? The repair bill was paid by Furio Tigre. The Cadaverinis have known for ages who caused the accident, haven't they?
It's possible, perhaps. Somewhere inside me, I know that may be true.
I knew it.
But Don Tigre still saved my life. The operation was very complicated. It was very, very expensive.
How much we talking?
Very, very, very expensive.
She seems kind of hesitant about giving me an actual figure. I should back off. Should you? I don't know. Was it perhaps a lot of money? But anyway, it was the tiger who paid for it, right? Was it $500,000? It's like an idea.
After I recovered, Don Tigre told me. He said he paid for the operation because he cared about me.
Aww.
I believe him.
Really? But do you honestly believe that to be true?
As we all know, love is not real.
Do you want to know what I think?
I think love is a con job.
I think the reason he paid for the operation was because of you, but someone else, your dad. Is that something?
Grandpa.
Oh, sorry, Grandpa. Sorry. Perhaps I shouldn't be saying this, but
And don't, bitch.
your grandfather, Bruno Cadaverini, controls a lot of dubious cash, right? And you are his beloved pride and joy. Sure, I don't know exactly how much the operation costs, but if you were the granddaughter of Mr. Cadaverini, do you think Mr. Tigre would have paid the money?
$1 million.
$1 million.
Unlock successful. The head bandage.
4 months ago, I was in a traffic accident. That's why I needed the operation. When I woke up, they told me it was nothing serious. A simple procedure.
A simp. Oh, really?
Well, I guess if she recovered in 4 months, it couldn't have been that big. Come on, get out. Come on, I'm leaving my room. Go on, go on, go on, go on, go on. Yeah, go, 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 go.
They said the operation cost $1 million.
$1 million?
My grandfather ordered Don Tigre to pay $1 million in Compensation. Compensation? Compensation. There we go.
Compension, huh?
It's underworld lingo for paying money to settle a score.
It's also plain regular person lingo. Look it up in the fucking dictionary, Phoenix.
Basically, pay or get into some serious trouble. But $1 million? This has to be related to our poisoning case somehow.
It turns out to be completely unrelated. He's just digging into this lady's private affairs. Compension.
Compensation.
I want to believe him. I want to trust what Don Tigre said. He said it has nothing to do with my grandfather being Bruto Cadaverini. I want to believe he helped me because he cared about me, not about my grandfather. But I knew that wasn't really true.
Wow, I'm so sorry.
What he did to get that money was evil. And it was all for me. So I helped him.
You helped him? In what way?
Here, take these.
What are these? Medical papers?
I'm Bruno Cadaverini's granddaughter.
Yes, we know.
He had to pay
Compensation, yeah. That's what it is now.
compensation. He was made an offer he simply couldn't refuse.
I understood that reference. Viola's medical papers added to the court record.
Viola's medical papers. A $1 million bill for a carnal surgery. Payment was due last year.
Carnial?
Sorry, cranial.
You're a future doctor. Wow.
Nice.
Wow, I feel so bad for Viola.
It's inexcusable. Sorry, my mom was talking to me.
Huh?
There are two things I consider inexcusable. Me, myself, and I. Poisoning and betrayal. Only a coward would hurt people.
Pretty specific things to be. Fuck it, thought aborted.
Yeah. Only a coward would hurt people using either of those tactics.
Yeah, I wonder if those have any relevance to something that happened to him in the past. Is everything alright, Nick?
We should get going. Right after we finish our espresso.
Yeah.
I won't need to convince Viola of anything else, so I guess I can get rid of this.
Repair bill thrown into the trash. And back to
Vitamin Square.
And
Vitamin
back to very good. January 7th, very good. Hey, bonjour! I have been waiting for you to return. Mr. Armstrong.
Good timing. I was hoping to find you here. We'd like to ask you a few questions.
Well, he hasn't got anything to say to you fellas. Ah, it's Shino! Who are you calling Shino? Yeah?
Come out from under the table already, Maya!
No. Okay, hand it over.
What?
You wanna play games with me? I don't recommend that. I cheat. The medical papers, now.
Uh-oh, I think he wants Viola Cadaverini's papers back. You mean this? The $1 million medical papers? Miss Cadaverini trusted you. That's why she said that she helped you.
Forget about it. That girl's dumber than an eggplant. Yous wanna know what's sad? I'll tell yous what's sad. And it ain't only her face. She thinks she's got power just 'cause she's Bruto's little girl. Now that's sad.
I can't let you have these papers. Tomorrow in court, I'm going to expose what you did to get that $1 million you used to pay this off.
What, you gonna leak my sex tape? You crazy or something? I don't care if you want to give it to me or not. There's 2 of us here. You got that? 2. Oui.
Mr. Armstrong?
Forgive me. Désolé. I cannot argue with him.
Empty? Why is that random empty there? Erg. That really hurts.
Is that all you got? I'll be taking those papers now. Armstrong, get the lighter.
Wait!
Don't take it too hard. Phoenix, right?
So stupid. I shouldn't have let my guard down. Those medical papers were vital evidence.
Hold it, pal.
The Detective Gumshoe?
Detective? You think you're gonna stop me, Papa? Beat it. Whoa. Come on, Gumshoe, keep it together. You guys, get out of here. Leave this guy to me.
But... This is when Gumshoe
Go,
died.
pal, and take this. If you get hurt, who's gonna look after Maggie, huh?
Alright, thanks, Gumshoe.
Wait, Nick, don't leave me behind!
Was mine still underneath the table?
Why'd you leave the keys upon the table?
I'll get even with that guy tomorrow in court. And the letter is going down.
To be continued.
Alright, that's the end of the stream. Have a good night, folks.
Alright, I'll just save my progress up to this point. And wait, did I save? Okay. Wait, did I save? Okay. Wait. January 8th, 9:46 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby Number 1.
Your mom. Good morning, Mr. Wright.
Good morning, Maggie.
So, what do you think is going to happen today, sir? Yesterday's session didn't go so well and ended on a giant mystery. That's true. And we still haven't solved a single part of it yet.
Are you okay, Nick?
Huh? Oh, yeah, of course. I saw that! A little flash of doubt in your eyes. No, that wasn't doubt. That was, determination.
Like an Undertale.
Why don't I believe you?
It's the only time, Maggie. You better get going to the defendant's seat.
Roger! Don't let me down, Mr. Wright. I'm counting on you. Oh, guys, stop fighting. Hey, girl, leave her alone.
Hey,
Go away,
pal.
go. Hey, Detective Gumshoe.
Quit stressing Maggie out. She don't need that.
How do you know she was stressed?
I was watching through the doorway like a creeper.
Oh.
You look like you lost the case already. Show a bit of confidence, will you, pal? Here, maybe this'll help. Huh? Have you taken up poisoning too? Not in a million years, pal. Don't tell me you don't remember this thing.
Come to think of it, it doesn't look like one of those aromatherapy bottles.
This is the small bottle that turned up in Travian's kitchen a couple days ago. Wow, look at all these little bottles.
Oh, they're aromatherapy oils. He's got so many they're overflowing onto the floor.
Hey, wait a minute. There's one bottle that's different from all the others. He hasn't pissed in this one yet.
Well, what do you know? It doesn't have a label either.
And it doesn't smell like piss. We finally got the analysis results back from the lab. So, what is it? Is it the poison? I'm afraid not, pal. It's medication. Medication?
Is it the ear medication? Is it the ear medication that's missing?
Yeah,
Oh, it
he is. Topical use only, apparently.
For ears, you mean?
Yeah, it's the medication Glenn Elg was using for his ruptured eardrum.
What was Glenn Elg's ear medicine doing in the kitchen?
Armstrong was gonna try to cook it.
Probably. He was gonna.
Bottle.
That's what his new special was gonna be.
Small bottle refiled into the court record.
Small bottle, the victim's ear medicine. Found covered in unidentified fingerprints in the kitchen. Oh! Like, possibly, Tigres? Possibly? Unidentified? We don't have his fingerprints on anything yet.
Possibly.
What about the unidentified fingerprints? Anything on that?
Someone screwed up, so they only had time to analyze the contents. At Alan, they might have gotten something on the prints, but,
It's going to weaken its impact as a piece of evidence.
Okay, pal, this is it. Make sure your defense is impregnatable today, got it?
Impregnable. Love that. Today's trial. I'm gonna expose that guy for what he's done. Or my name isn't Phoenix Wright.
It's actually Nicholas.
My name isn't Phoenix Wright.
Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird.
The fence is ready, Your Honor.
Ready and waiting as always, Your Honor.
Shut up, Godo. No one cares.
Very good. Then we'll get underway at once. Yesterday we heard the testimony of that useless old fuck. He claims to have witnessed the defendant putting a powder into the victim's coffin. However, the witness's testimony was plagued with a number of problems, like the fact that he sucks. And also, the mark on the rim of the cup shows that the victim drank it with his right hand. But according to the old fuck's testimony, he picked it up with his left hand. Thank you, Mr. Godo. Furthermore, according to the witness's account, the victim was listening to the radio with an earpiece in his left ear. Yet, the victim's left eardrum was ruptured, which made him effectively deaf in that ear.
Amazing how many contradictions a single case can have, huh, Nick?
Allow me to enlighten you, Your Honor. The world, you see, keeps turning, and we must turn with it. You've lost me already, Mr. Godo. Don't let the mysteries of yesterday mystify you today. Only losers think like that. You've got to change with the times. That's one of my rules. Are you implying that you've resolved these contradictions? You know the answers to these riddles? The old guy wasn't just throwing seed in there. He was throwing us off the scent. And today I'll prove it. Very well. Let the first witness take the stand. And you are...
Oh, bonjour, everyone! I am Jean Armstrong, the owner and head chef of Le Très Bien Restaurant. Enchanté! Just gonna skip past this bit.
On the day of the incident, you were in Trebian's kitchen. You were in Very Good's kitchen. Isn't that right?
With you, monsieur? Everything feels right.
Ha!
Wow, he's totally unfazed. Doesn't anything intimidate this guy?
Very well. Your testimony, please, witness. Please tell the court what happened that day at Trebien.
Oui, volontiers. And very good. When it all happened, there were just 2 customers in my restaurant. I remember I was experimenting with some new art deco that day, like having a large mirror between the tables, for example. Oui, perhaps that is what the old man was looking at. The cup, the earpiece, and the glasses, he would have seen everything in reverse, no?
Mirror?
Oui, un grand mirror. La most enormous mirror.
Mirror on the wall. Who's the biggest clown of them all?
It's Godo. And
Yeah.
suddenly the mystery disappears. Like I said, the world keeps turning, so roll with it. That would explain the coffee cup and the earpiece conundrum.
Would it?
The mirror would have made everything appear back to front.
What the heck? It's way too early in the morning for this to be happening to me.
Now then, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Right, it's never too early in the morning for pain and suffering.
Yes, sir. Yes, there is. Yes, it is. That's why I sleep in.
Alright. And who were the 2 customers exactly?
May, of course, the young man who died, and the other not-so-young man.
You're referring to yesterday's useless fucking piece of shit witness, I presume?
What about the other man Maggie says she saw at the table, aka Don T? Something tells me Mr. Armstrong isn't playing too close to his existence.
Considering Tigray is literally has him in debt.
Yeah.
We need some hard evidence first before we can bring him up, don't we?
I guess I'll just have to try a different approach for the time being.
I was
Interesting
experimenting
for
with
all
some
its-
new art deco.
You were experimenting with Art Deco. How come I never heard about that before today?
You are not familiar with the language of interior design, monsieur?
Please stay on topic. Now, why didn't you tell the court about this before?
But I did, just a few moments ago.
Excuse me, Mr. Armstrong. This deco you mentioned, are you referring to some sort of decoctual?
No. Art Deco is a style of design, Your Honor. He's talking about interior design, walls, ceilings, carpets, that kind of thing. Phoenix has to give the judge a lesson every single case, just a little lesson about what this is talking about.
Ah, yes, of course, that deco.
Remember when he had to explain a digital camera to the judge? I was trying to achieve a more la feminine look for my restaurant. I was planning the most bold remodeling of le decor. Like having a large mirror between la tables, for example.
big of a mirror are we talking about here?
Because your mother.
Oh, don't bring my mother into this.
Well, something about 4 meters wide and width about 2 meters high.
Let's see. If 1 meter is about 1 yard. Holy glass in the frame, that's huge! I don't know how big any of that is.
I was intending to install it on the ceiling eventually.
The ceiling! Is there a mirror on the ceiling? I don't remember.
No, but I decided not to go through with it in the end.
What should I do? Should I ask him more about the mirror or not? Press harder! If you really had such a large mirror in the restaurant, someone would have noticed it. But there's nothing about a mirror in Mr. Kudo or Maggie Bird's testimonies.
But...
Objection!
You didn't ask, Trite. You have only yourself to blame for such sloppy work.
What?
A mirror was delivered to Trebienne the day before the incident.
Really?
As Mr. Armstrong testified, he was carrying out some design changes, and as it turned out, he didn't actually use the mirror in the end.
This just doesn't add up. Even if a mirror was delivered to Trebienne, it doesn't prove that I was in the restaurant the day of the crime.
Ha! If you want to doubt someone,
You have the
Trite.
paperwork, though, right?
Ha! If you want to doubt someone, Trite, look in the mirror.
Fuck
I'm
off.
sure the person looking back at you will be dubious enough. So the witness yesterday had seen the victim reflected in a mirror.
Oui, perhaps that is what the old man was looking at.
Normally, I expect people to know the difference between a reflection and a real object.
Objection!
Normally? How does normality come into this? Normal is just a setting on a washing machine, Trite. That's lame, Trite, even for you.
Huh?
Are you trying to say that if something isn't normal, it isn't possible? Is that it? Where does that leave the porky-headed lawyer and the top-knot chick over there? And the ungodly cool guy with the mask over here? Well, Trite?
He literally just said that. Literally, I looked away for a second and I thought that that's what you... Like, that's what
I do not
saying.
have a top knot.
Mr. Goto is correct. A lack of normality is no basis for discounting an argument.
Yeah, logic as one lade. Defense attorney destroyed with facts and logic. La cup, la ipis, la glasses. You would have seen everything in reverse, no?
Everything. He would have seen everything in reverse.
Oui. Hey, Nick, we should take a second and think about what old CD said in his testimony.
How did he phrase it again?
Or was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the green lens of his specs. No question, you can lock me up if I'm wrong. It was his left ear without a doubt. And then he used the same hand to pick up the cup. His left hand. If he saw everything described reflected in a mirror, then everything he said he saw on the left was actually on the right, huh?
And that clears up all the problems with his testimony, I guess it doesn't.
Ha!
It's hard to believe if it's the fault of the mirror, but...
Do you think old CD saw everything through a reflection?
He did would explain all the contradictions in his testimony.
Would it? But that just makes the situation worse for Maggie. There's gotta be something in that old man's testimony. We've just gotta dig deeper.
It's definitely on the last statement that we have to present evidence.
It's definitely what?
So we definitely have to present evidence or something on the last statement, I assume, since that's the one that had most. What's the testimony? Can we press the last thing again? I just want to see the old man's testimony one more time.
Alright, I think I have remembered the solution to this mirror bit, though. Everything, he would have seen everything in reverse. Let's reverse our roles for this reenactment. You can be Armstrong.
Oui.
And Maya.
Hey, Nick, we should take a second think about what old C said in his testimony.
And you can also be Kudo. How did he phrase it again?
That boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the green lens of his specs. Was he? Wearing the earpiece on the same side. What would that be? That would be the left.
So yesterday Kudo was saying that
Yeah, so that would be the like. If he's wearing the same one, and if he's facing, that would be on his right.
well he was saying earpiece and glasses on the same side.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, yeah, keep on. Boy's wearing the same earpiece on the same size as his blah blah. No question, you can lock me up if I'm wrong. It was his left ear, without doubt. And then he used the same hand to pick up the cup, his left hand. He said he saw everything in the mirror, then everything he said on the left was actually on the right, huh?
And that clears up all the problems with his testimony, I guess. Or does it?
Yeah.
Maybe it clears up the existing problems, but creates a new one? Ha! Oh, sorry, that was your character for this reenactment.
Ha!
Kind of hard to believe everything's the fault of a mirror, but...
You think old C saw everything through a reflection?
If he did, it would explain all the contradictions in his testimony.
But that just makes the situation worse for Maggie. There's gotta be something in that old man's testimony. We just gotta dig deeper.
Okay, when it all happens, there were just two customers, la cup, la earpiece, and la glasses. He would have seen everything in reverse, no? So you're sure it's this statement?
When you ask me a question, I'm like, am I sure?
Well, you were pretty sure before. So we're presenting something on this statement. What are we presenting? Are we presenting Maya?
I think we're presenting his profile, right? Because it says on his profile, not his profile, on Elg's.
Oh, okay, his profile.
No, Elg's.
Oh, okay, his profile.
Cadaverini.
Oh, okay, his profile. He's the culprit.
Objection!
The coffee cup, the earpiece, and the HMD. Let's think back over Mr. Kudo's testimony for a second, shall we?
The boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the green lens of his specs. No question. You can lock me if I'm wrong. It was his left ear, without a doubt.
So, to summarize, we were told both the HMD and the earpiece were on the victim's left side. Now, if Mr. Kudo saw that as a reflection in a mirror, it means both the HMD and the earpiece were actually on the victim's right side.
Exactement. You see, monsieur, now that you think about it, it is not so hard, no?
Unfortunately, that's where we run to a momentous Momental contradiction with the facts.
Monumental.
Mr. Kudo really did see everything in the mirror. Why is it that HMD is now on the wrong side of his head?
Order! Order! Mr. Wright is correct. If the old piece of shit genuinely observed the victim reflected in the mirror, then we would expect the victim's eyepiece to have been over his right eye.
Objection!
Oh, here comes the coffee.
How bitter. Fright, you should have a taste of this bitterness. It'll calm you down in no time.
Are we talking about your coffee or something completely different?
I'm talking about these nuts. You don't understand the way the witness thinks. How he thinks.
He thinks?
You remember this, I presume?
The I broke the vase, sorry, apology, Mr. Kudo's sworn testimony.
Exactly. The old man has one very grievous habit, other than throwing seeds. The more of an impression something makes, the more muddled his mind makes it. And what's the most striking thing about Mr. Elg? Clearly, it's the victim's scouter. And that's my point. The old man strikes again. Mr. Elg's scouter made a big impression on the old man.
I saw the earpiece and those newfangled spectacles he was wearing. Oh yes, they were both on his left ear. Do you hear? His left ear.
That's a pretty good impression, Godo.
Well, trite.
It's the worst. But best impression of Kudo ever.
Wow, I really thought he was old seedy for a minute there. Godo's good.
Enough! I must agree that yesterday's witness was irresponsibly rash in much of his testimony, and also he sucks.
Bad luck, Nick. Looks like the boil of a contradiction you'd found is just a rash.
A mirror can't be beaten by a handful of seeds, nor can it lie. So, what exactly was the old man looking at? Fill us in, Mr. Armstrong. Go on, tell the court. We're all ears.
Oui, I can explain. Please, if you will look at La Plans of la Raison.
No.
The mirror. Alors, is everyone sitting comfortably? La mirror, it was in the middle of the restaurant, dividing the two halves. It was not inconvenient for the waitress to get put. It was not inconvenient for the wait staff or the customers at all. There is only one seat from which you could have seen an image of la victim. That was la seat at the table next to la victim. That was where the old man was sitting.
Interesting.
Wait. Bull fucking shit. After the terrible incident occurred, I moved la mirror so it was not in the way. But naturally, I did not touch anything else besides the lottery ticket I stole.
I see no problems with the explanation we have just heard. From the table next to the victims, Mr. Kudo could have seen the victim in the mirror.
Could he have?
What a naughty little nugget I am, confusing all the men like this.
Don't worry about it. We can keep up, except for the guy breaking out in a cold sweat over there again.
Oh, I hate that guy.
You said you didn't touch anything else apart from the mirror. Are you quite sure about that?
Volunteer? Of course.
No,
Very
you
well.
will volunteer.
Mr. Wright, your cross-examination if you please.
So, like, do we present the original other one we have?
I don't know. Or I mean, I guess maybe we should just press everything first before I get ahead of myself. So run this by me again. The mirror was here, correct?
Oui?
We, really. Because I know if I were you, I wouldn't have put a mirror there. It would be in the way.
Objection!
Look who's talking, trite.
Huh? Okay. Nice.
You're obstructing my view, among other things.
Wow. Fuck off. But, this is my seat in the courtroom.
Travian's charm, very good's charm, is that it gives you the impression that you're the only customer. Temporarily placing a mirror in that spot would hardly be in the way. Unlike you, Sprite.
I tell you, monsieur, la mirror was there, in the middle of the restaurant. Maggie squeezed by it just fine to serve the customers.
And where would that be?
Ooh la la, look how you lean towards me. I always attract the younger boys. Maybe I should keep you in suspense a little longer?
Mr. Armstrong, tell the court what you know at once.
I attract the older ones too, you know, handsome. Shall I tease you too?
Mr. Armstrong, please stop being a slut. I'm already seeing a very hot summer, so I'm afraid you'll be waiting for a long time.
I bet she has mocha cream skin and cappuccino perfume. Bien, I will tell you, there was only one seat from which you could have seen. That was the seat at the table next to la victims. That was where
I
Lord
feel like
was
that's the
sitting.
statement we're have to present evidence on. But press it first anyway. So why can you only see the victim from that particular seat?
Mais monsieur, it is obvious, no? If you look at la plans, you will understand. La victim would have been reflected in la mirror like so. If you were sitting at la table next to him, you would see everything, no? So that's the seat old Celie was sitting in on that day. When the poisoning happened.
The old man was sitting at the table next to the victim. Why does it seem kinda odd?
This is bullshit. After that terrible incident occurred, I moved la mirror so it was not in the way.
You moved the mirror while Mr. Kudo was off calling the police. That's kinda weird, too.
Oui, exactement. I carried it out of the restaurant, then I tampered with the crime scene.
You moved a huge mirror like that all by yourself, and you tampered with the crime scene.
Do you not see the size of these biceps, Monsieur Lawyer? What can I say? I know how to pick things up, and some. Kodo actually laughed at something.
Well, given the witness's physique, I suppose it's possible. Do you see the size of those guns? Did you move anything else from the crime? Did you move anything else from the crime scene, Mr. Armstrong?
I look like the obliging type, no? But naturally, I did not touch anything else.
Are you sure about that?
I touched nothing except la mirror.
Mr. Wright, is there something the witness has said that doesn't match the crime scene?
Yeah, there is. I just can't put my finger on what exactly.
There's a couple of things it could be.
Yep.
He took the lottery ticket, and also he might have replaced the broken vase.
I wonder what the
Suffering
most important.
Suffering from a case of heartburn, trite.
Oh, I have just a thing for that. An oil with golden myrrh and frankincense.
Add a few drops to your coffee, and voila. Enjoy.
Focus, Phoenix. Breathe. You can ignore these two and just find some evidence.
It is pretty strange, though, isn't it? I mean, nobody mentioned anything about a really large mirror. You'd think someone would have, but Maggie didn't, and neither did old Seedy.
Then the only logical explanation is
Armstrong's talking bullshit.
that there was no mirror inside Trey BN that day. Now I've just got to prove it somehow.
I can think of a couple of ways, but I'm not sure which one the game wants.
Actually, try the lottery ticket one first, on the last statement.
Objection!
Nope.
Okay. So let's try that one with the I don't remember the other one.
Objection!
Oh, okay. Cool. Your Honor, Mr. Kudo's words yesterday strongly contradict Mr. Armstrong's testimony.
This is the letter of apology that was written by Mr. Kudo, is it not?
I realize it looks useless, Your Honor, but this is still testimony.
Ha! I guess useless people are only really good at identifying useless things.
Wow.
What relevance does this scrap of paper have to the trial, Mr. Wright?
Mr. Kudo's testimony is actually very relevant to the question of hand draw. Because it very clearly contradicts with this piece of evidence. Now we present the little picture. Little photo.
Okay, why is this photo contradicting the apology note?
I mean, the base isn't broken. Or I guess it would have been broken on the other side. No, yeah, if it's broken, then it would have been the one next to it that's broken. Oh, yeah. This piece of evidence contradicts with the testimony we have heard, Your Honor.
The crime photo?
Yes. So it clearly shows something that theoretically should not exist.
What on earth do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? Should not exist? Ha! Sounds like you're describing yourself, right?
Oh my god! Why is he so mean to us today?
Now then, if the defense would please clarify its statement. What is the something that should not exist in this photo? The corpse.
Oh yeah. Why is he there? Very sus indeed.
That's unsanitary. You shouldn't have dead bodies in your restaurant.
Can you imagine? The one thing that was clearly demonstrated by yesterday's testimony. Mr. Kudo broke the vase that was on the table where he was sitting. And yet, as the court can see, there is an unbroken vase on a table next to the victim. Why?
Because your mom.
Because Mr. Kudo was not, in fact, sitting at the table next to the victim at all.
Objection!
Don't be an idiot, Trite. That's impossible. That seat's the only one Kudo could have seen the victim's reflection from.
Exactly! Thank you for proving my point, Mr. Godo. There's only one conclusion that we can draw from this contradiction.
And it's that Godo smells.
We can literally say that at any point.
There was no mirror in Tribune that day. Your testimony, Mr. Armstrong, is an elaborate lie.
Mon Dieu! I stick my butt out.
Don't try to confuse the court, Trite. Obviously, the witness cleaned up the vase, while the police were taking their time getting to the crime scene.
Unfortunately, Mr. Godo, that doesn't quite work for me. Mr. Armstrong already testified to the contrary,
in his own words. I did not touch anything else except the mirror.
Can I get you to do that one again, but do a French accent in the quotes?
Oh god. I did not touch. I can't do a French accent. I can't do any accent. You can say if you want.
I did not touch anything else except the. Mr. Armstrong clearly testified, I did not touch anything else except the mirror.
Well, witness, what do you have to say for yourself?
Sniffle. I was right! There was no mirror in the restaurant that day. I like how he has to be like, okay, I actually was right. My bullshitting is always right.
In light of this revelation, we return back to the original problem. Why did the victim have an earpiece in an ear in which he could not hear? You only get one shot in life. There's no turning back. If you want to claim that the mirror wasn't there, try it. And this problem is all yours. How do you explain what the old man saw?
I can't explain it. If I can answer this, then I'll be close. I'll be much closer to the truth. I can feel it.
Can you be okay? Can you really solve this contradiction, Nick?
Wow, I love the confidence in Nick. There's more than just this one contradiction.
What do you mean?
Remember what Maggie told us?
No, I don't.
There was another man at the victim's table.
And
There was a sample CD on the victim's table.
it all flies in the face of Mr. Kudo's testimony.
Wow, great impression work, Nick. You sounded just like Maggie.
And I think I know the reason why nothing in this case is adding up.
Well, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer.
Yes, Your Honor!
It's because we're all hallucinating. There was never any such person as Glenn L to begin with.
The reason behind all of contradictions in Mr. Kudo's testimony is simple. Mr. Kudo made a mistake. The ear doctor made a mistake. The victim was a phony.
There's no such thing as Glenn L. Never has been, never will be.
I love that. I think that's the answer. No, not really. Oh. The case is riddled with contradictions. Yet, there's only one simple answer that clears them all up.
And what is that?
Your mom's gay, Your Honor. And I
Which
fucked
one?
your mother.
Which one, Mr. Wright? Which of my mothers is gay?
Oh, no. All of them. And I fucked them all.
But they're gay.
And...
Why would my gay moms fuck you, Mr. Wright?
Oh boy.
Phoenix Wright homophobic moments.
The instant Mr. Kudo witnessed and the instant the victim experienced were two completely different events.
What?
Not me. The fuck? Yes, the victim was Mr. Kudo. The Mr. Kudo saw wasn't Mr. Glenn Elg at all.
I wish the victim was Mr. Kudo.
Damn! It was an imposter, a phony pretending to be Mr. L, like my
Sus.
phone.
That's sus, Trite.
Obviously, unlike the victim, there was nothing wrong with the imposter's left eardrum. That's how he ended up wearing the earpiece in his left ear by mistake.
So what do you think of Mr. Armstrong's butt? Your silence is deafening.
Order! Order in the court! Settle down or I'll clear the courtroom. Quiet,
Oh.
Gramps. Why don't you clear out of here, huh? What did you say? Trite. Are you saying that what Mr. Kudo saw was a setup?
Yes. Someone pretended to be Glenn Elg and acted out the whole coffee poisoning. All for the express purpose of creating a witness out of one of Mr. Victor Kudo.
Objection!
Get real, Trite. Why would anyone want to do that?
Isn't it obvious, you dimwit? The thing Mr. Kudo was most insistent about in his testimony was...
A servant girl brought him a Java Cheeto, but she put something in it. That's the servant girl, right there in the defendant's chair. I remember her ass well. It's so hard to believe, but...
There was only one reason to show Mr. Kudo this fake poisoning.
The murderer was bitten by the acting bug.
To show Maggie Bird in the act of poisoning the coffee.
Objection!
Are you insinuating that the waitress in the old man's story was a fake as well? It's true that there were no other customers in the restaurant at the time, but... It's also true that the chef was there. He would have noticed what was happening.
Exactly.
Unless he was in the real murderer's pocket or something. That's right, well, witness. If your restaurant really was the scene of such theatrics, you would have known about it, correct?
Ooh la la, this is most difficult for me.
Objection!
How is it difficult? Just say yes or no.
No, it's quite simple, you dimwit. You are under an oath, after all. Was there, in fact, a phony at Trevian that day? The defense demands that the Mr. Armstrong tell the whole truth about what happened.
The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
The defense's request for additional testimony is accepted. You will accurately explain, in detail, the events in the restaurant that day, and then you will give me your phone number.
Oui. In the restaurant. La victime, Monsieur L, he came to my restaurant alone. I remember a loud man arrived not long after him. There were no other customers. When he got word he won la lottery, Monsieur L became very excited. It was approximately 5 minutes later that the poisoning incident occurred.
Sussy.
Time of death was between 1:30 and 2:30. Where's that lottery flyer?
1:30 p.m. Took a bit.
Interessante. No, there was no time for Afoni to do la acting.
Oh, let's do now?
Just so we're clear, there was no mirror in the restaurant after all.
Move
Do
on,
we really
Your
have to
Honor.
talk about that?
Je vous demande pardon. Forgive me, Your Honor. I committed perjury because I wanted this mess to be cleared up quickly.
What you have just done is commit perjury, Mr. Armstrong. I will decide how to punish you later.
Ooh. Oui.
Oh my.
I have been a naughty boy. I will be punished.
For now, we will hear your cross-examination. Mr. Wright, if you please.
He's a perjury charge a bit too well.
I hope the judge spanks me with his gavel.
But I'm guessing he'll be in more serious trouble after this cross-examination.
Ooh, more serious trouble, Monsieur Lawyer?
Oh my god.
Hold it!
Was he alone at his table as well?
Maybe. I saw him from the kitchen.
Yet the defendant, Miss Bird, remembers it differently. He swears there was another man at the victim's table.
Objection!
Ha! Unfortunately for you, trite. Yesterday's witness also testified that the victim was alone. You know, seeing you squirm like that reminds me of a certain coffee's bittersweet bite.
What kind of coffee has he been drinking?
Not coffee, it's love. It's love that's bittersweet.
Hearing Maya say that makes her seem wise all of a sudden.
Does it, Nick?
You think so?
Hold it!
Hold it! By old man, you mean Victor Kudo, correct?
Oui. He comes often for my special coffee.
I drank your coffee once, Mr. Armstrong. It's special, I'll give you that. It's worth a sip just for the experience.
Oh, you make me so happy, monsieur. You are most welcome anytime.
I said it was worth one sip, and nothing more.
Damn, Godo, that's cold.
Let's go, though. So, Mr. Kudo arrived at the restaurant around the same time as the victim. Maybe I should ask about his arrival in more detail. How many minutes after? What time was it? How many minutes after? First. So you're saying that not much time elapsed between when the victim and Mr. Kudo arrived?
Oui, that is correct.
But that still leaves the possibility that something happened in that gap of time. And by your recollection, how much time would you say elapsed?
Let me see. Approximately 2 minutes, I would say.
2 minutes, that's all.
It seems unlikely that anything untoward could have happened in such a short time.
2 minutes is a long time, Your Honor. What do you mean? Rats, I knew I shouldn't have pursued this line of questioning. Okay, time to go back to the other one.
Hold it!
Come on. Blah, blah, blah.
Hey, bitch, what time was it?
Out of curiosity, about what time was it when Mr. Kudo arrived?
Oh, no, I cannot remember, monsieur.
I believe we were told by a witness yesterday.
The crime was reported at 2:25 p.m. by a kinda scary old pervert, sir.
Does that perhaps jog your memory, witness?
The incident happened about 20 minutes after he arrived. So the victim must have arrived between 2 p.m. and 2:10 p.m., no?
No.
Interesante. Muy, muy interesante.
Great. That's after 2, huh?
Thank you for your help in jogging my memory, monsieur. You are wonderful.
I can't sit here all the time and do nothing now, can I? The time of day will be added to the witness's testimony.
Oui, monsieur judge. Everything I do it for you, like Brian Adams.
Merci bien. That's French, right? Isn't it?
Is it? Is it actually French, Judge? I'm glad at least one person is in a good mood.
He's even humming a song to himself. I remember Lord Man arrived not long after evening, just after 2 p.m.
Should we go for it with the radio flyer just right here?
Yeah.
Objection!
I'm afraid I finally got. Let me try it again. I'm afraid I finally got you, Mr. Armstrong.
What? What do you mean?
At the time in question, the victim was listening to the radio with his earpiece. The show he was listening to was Millionaire Radio. Each week, they announced the winning numbers of the $500,000 lottery tickets.
Oui, that must be la show Monsieur Elg was listening to.
I can't see any problem with this testimony, Mr. Wright.
I wonder. You say the victim arrived at your restaurant after 2 p.m., correct?
Oui, I am sure of it. I remember it perfectly now. I know it was that time because I had just finished serving la lunch menu.
Get to the point, Trite, if you have one.
The show is broadcast live at 1:30 p.m. And it claims to be the most thrilling 10 minutes of your life.
It's on the air at 1:30.
Now, supposedly, the victim made some noise when it was announced that he had won. And yet, I don't believe his cry or joy could have occurred after 2 p.m., given it only would have been 1:40. Because the show had already finished more than 30 minutes earlier by that point in time.
No!
This victim, we've been told about, has done nothing but the impossible. He's a magician, I tell you, a magician. Listening to the radio with a ruptured eardrum, catching a show that was already over. This is only one conclusion you can draw from these facts. Oh, there it is. This victim was an imposter acting out the poisoning 30 minutes after the real murder.
Armstrong's butt.
Yes, there were 2 Glen Elgs in Trevian that day. And the real Glen Elg, now dead, having been poisoned by the real killer. And the phony Glen Elg acting out the events for Mr. Kudo to the witness.
It certainly seems that way. I mean, if that wasn't the case, how could you explain the time discrepancy? Quite a performance, Trite. You were almost on a roll.
Almost.
But sadly, you lack the rock-hard foundation of rhythm to build your song. Rock-hard like this did.
What is this? Music Theory 101?
Let's recap. According to your imaginative theory, it's now just after 2 p.m. Phony Elg is performing a play for the benefit of Mr. Kudo. How do you explain, then, where the real Glen Elg is?
Well, we have the thing. That's us to meet with the tiger. I believe I have to spell this out for the court. However,
I'm going to save my game, and then...
at that time, the real Glen Elg was already dead.
That's certainly the obvious conclusion. Thank you, Trite. That's exactly what I was hoping you would say.
What?
Now, I presume you can prove this theory of yours. Can you explain where the missing corpse went?
The missing corpse?
According to the old man's testimony, there was only one other customer there. If that customer was the phony Glen Elg, then where did the killer hide the body of the real victim?
Dun, dun, dun.
The prosecution has a valid point, Mr. Wright, does it? If your theory is to stand up to examination by the court, you must provide us with proof by answering the prosecution's question. Where did the killer hide the body?
In your shoe, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
No conjecture, Wright. Let's hear some facts for once. Show the court a piece of evidence that proves where the body was hidden.
Evidence? That's a thing?
What's with the intense pressure here in here all of a sudden?
I thought I had him with that contradiction.
Back.
Hello,
Back.
wow boy. But he's turned it all around and backed me to a corner instead.
You missed Starburst doing her goth voice again.
This isn't Genshin Impact.
Well, Mr. Wright, the court will now hear the defense's theory and evidence. First, where was the body of the real Mr. L concealed?
In your palm, Your Honor. Outside Trabian, inside Trabian.
Debian. And just wanted to say hi.
Well,
You guys have fun. I'm going back to my D&D.
you have fun now, boy.
Bye-bye, Starburst.
Bye now, boy.
Goodbye. Goodbye, Mikey.
You guys hear something?
Fuck up, Mikey.
You know, can we look at the evidence? I don't know how much it's gonna help us right now. I guess you can come in the kitchen. Wow. Inside? It would have been too dangerous to take the body outside.
It would have. Nice typo, Capcom.
It would have. Love. Obviously, the body must have been hidden somewhere inside Trabian.
Interesting. But where could a body have been hidden inside a restaurant?
Well, obviously, they made him into Soylent Green.
Perhaps you would care to show the court on these plans, Mr. Wright.
The kitchen. Yes, Your Honor. The exact location where the body was concealed inside Trabian is...
Take that!
The body was hidden here!
I see. Nice supposition. But the real question is, can you back it up? Where's the evidence that proves the body was hidden in that location?
It's this book of
Yeah.
matches.
The medicine. The medicine.
Oh, right. It's this empty medicine bag.
I mean... It is the medicine from that medicine bag. Mr. Armstrong, do you recognize this bottle?
Ooh, I've eaten that once. Oh, no. I've never seen that ugly piss-filled bottle in my life. I only use la very best bottles, monsieur. The highest quality only for me.
Where was that bottle found, Mr. Wright?
Interestingly enough, Your Honor, it was found in the kitchen of Trabian.
Quoi? But I only ever use these bottles for my poison oils. I mean, for my piece. I mean, my aromatherapy.
This bottle doesn't contain aromatherapy oil, Mr. Armstrong. No, it contains a medication.
For the ailment of being alive, it's poison.
What kind of medication?
I'm sure everyone remembers, don't they? The Mr. Elgvizin! Here we go. Otolaryngological Clinic.
Otolaryngological. Otolaryngological.
Otolaryngological.
Alright, once more from the top.
That Mr. L was in otolaryngological clinic and was on medication that day.
Good job. You earned yourself another gold star.
You can't
Big
be
word.
serious.
The defense had the contents of the bottle analyzed, and I had the lab results here. The contents of the bottle matched the prescription that was given to Mr. L. Glenn L., the murderer, hid the body in the restaurant kitchen. At which time this ball fell out of the victim's pocket. Mr. Armstrong! When the incident occurred, didn't you say you were in the kitchen?
Mon Dieu!
Yes, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm about to say. It was you who hit the victim's body. You did a fine job pretending to defend my client, Maggie Bird. However, you were setting her up to take the fall behind the poor girl's back.
No!
Order! Order! This is an extraordinary development. Witness, did you murder Mr. Glenelg?
Never! I could not do such a horrible thing. No!
Oh! Mr. Goat. Bitterness. Every time I get lied to, I always down a mug of coffee. That's one of my rules.
Do you have the slightest idea how many cups you've had by now?
Then I like to do the same to the person who lied to me. I like to take them down with my empty cup. Listen up, Chief. How about a brand new flavor in your ear, my H-deficient friend?
Je vous demande pardon. Please, you must hear me out. It is a trap. Listen to me. Por favor.
Yo hablo español, Mr. Armstrong, and por favor is español. I'm only going to ask you once. Did you do it?
No, 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 absolutely no.
Let's hear it. You've got one shot, one opportunity. Do not miss your chance to blow. Right, Gramps? Witness, the court will permit you to make... Witness, the court will permit you the chance to make one final statement. If you lie under oath again, Mr. Godo's coffee mug awaits you, and also I will shoot you in the head. With my gavel.
Oui, it is clear.
What do they always say in the movies? I've got a bad feeling about this.
Stay on target.
Very well. Begin your final testimony, Mr. Armstrong.
La confession. It is true. I hid the body in the kitchen. A man forced me to do it. I had no choice. I had to go along with him because there was a reason why I could not refuse. But I did not kill him. I swear it. You must believe me.
You were forced? By who?
I cannot say, or I will be erased.
Let's try a different question then.
Are you single?
When Mr. L died, was he really the only person at his table?
There was. There was another man.
I knew it!
And he was telling the truth.
You may cross-examine the witness now, Mr. Wright.
There's just one more thing I need to do.
Shoot Mr. Armstrong.
Gotta break this guy and get him to tell us the name of the real killer. Cross-examination. Did you carry the body by yourself?
carried him, and I carried Maggie too.
Maggie, too.
When she saw the victim collapse, she fainted. I could not leave her there.
But why did you hide the bodies?
A man forced me to do it. I had no choice.
What man? Who was he?
No, I cannot say. I fear for my life.
He's really scared.
You'll just have to put the words in his mouth, Nick.
Yeah, you're right. If he won't tell me, I'll tell him.
But why would you go along with this man?
What reason would that be, Mr. Armstrong?
You know, monsieur.
Yes.
Surely you cannot expect a young maiden to talk about such an embarrassment.
A maiden, you're a bit old to get away with that. I can't finish this cross-examination without establishing his reason. So I'll just have to prove it with evidence. So you're claiming that all you did was hide the bodies, is that correct?
Oui, that's right.
If we are to believe you, Mr. Armstrong, you must tell the court everything. You must make clear the identity of the man who ordered you to do this.
He's already confessed this much. He might as well stop dancing around the real issue.
Yeah, but he really doesn't want to tell us who the killer is.
Been talking to him, Nick.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Okay,
No.
I'm not 100% sure what to do here, but I've got an idea. I think we're supposed to show the loan contract, but that's not really a contradiction.
Objection!
Yeah, I don't think this is a contradiction section, though. I think it's just, like, getting to say the victim's name, so. You have a $500,000 debt, don't you?
$500,000? Is this true, Mr. Armstrong?
Oui, je suis désolé. I was weak, and I borrowed la money.
I am empty. Okay. This is Mr. Armstrong's Achilles heel. And that's why you couldn't refuse anything asked of you by this man.
Go
And
then.
it's our boy Tigre.
Bruto Cadaverini.
Take that!
Oh yeah. A $500,000 loan from a black market loan shark. And you had no way of paying it back, did you? That's why you were forced to do anything this man told you.
Oui, it is as you say. Mr. Armstrong, la tiger, he told me he was going to use my restaurant for a business rendezvous. What is tiger in French? Do you know?
No. I think it's like pretty similar to just tiger though. Most animals.
On la day in question, he was meeting la victim to demand that he repay his loan. I don't know why it happened like that. I just did what he told me to do. I had no choice. I carried la body and la inconscient Maggie out of la dining area and into the kitchen. After that, I just tried to forget what I had seen.
I think we can now safely say the man who forced your hand was Mr. Furio Tigre.
I'm gonna say Furio. He's a furry.
I mean, he does want people to call him the tiger.
That's true.
I do have one further question for you, Mr. Armstrong. The poison and the lottery ticket that were found in the defendant's apron pocket. Was that your doing as well?
No, I know nothing about that. Making it look like it was Maggie was done it. I was not. It is despicable.
Mr. Goda, you will summon this Furio Tigre as a witness. I doubt that can be arranged today, so we will adjourn for now. Proceedings will continue tomorrow.
Jason said no.
30 minutes. What? The trial will go on. I'll see to it myself. I need half an hour to get that guy on the stand. Not a minute more.
Brother.
Don't sit back and relax yet, trite. No one knows if that chief is really telling the truth or not. This trial could still go either way. Very well. Your request is granted, Mr. Goda. We will resume once Mr. Tigre is ready to take the step. Until then, court is adjourned for a 30-minute recess.
TVH. This is so much fun.
And we're not gonna finish the last section of the trial in 4 minutes, so we'll just call it here. Alright, so that's going to be it for tonight Twitch chat. Hope y'all had fun. Hope y'all will join us on Starburst channel on Friday for more Yakuza Lad. And then come back here for probably the conclusion of Recipe for Turnabout. Bye Twitch chat. Loves y'all.
Love you, Twitch crowd. Bye.